Nova Online is hiding something. The last time we covered Gabriel Gage, also known as Nova Online, it was during the height of the shower saga, where Gabe had admitted that his hygiene had become a big problem, and decided to record himself showering as proof to his audience that he even did it. But after spawning many memes and getting a lot of criticism from his mother, he said that the shower videos were done. But that was an absolute lie because he's still doing them, only now they're more around once a month.
Palms are wet, just got out of the shower, mom's spaghetti, here's proof I was in there. Alright, only time I'm filming in the shower this video. That's all I'm gonna say. All done. Okay, right now my eyes are burning right now because I accidentally got shampoo in them. That is literally the worst feeling when you can get out of the shower, when you get soap in your eyes. It's horrible. Not to mention, I almost wore my glasses in the shower too. On that note, I think the icebreaker for this video will be, what do you do in the shower after you're all done cleaning yourself?
Gabe was recently told by his mother that shower videos like this were inappropriate and that he should stop doing them, but that's never stopped him before. I would also like to point out that Nova starts a lot of his videos by saying, "Hey 18+ fans," something he started doing after heavy criticism for his predatory behavior towards children in the past, but he almost never puts the 18+ label on his shower videos, and many speculate that it's purposeful, and given Nova's past track record of talking with minors and starting Discord servers to almost exclusively speak with them, I personally don't put anything past him. One of my last Nova updates was called "Nova Online is Desperate," and I think that is true in so many regards, but especially when it comes to his views on TikTok. Nova's views on TikTok have seen a slow decline in the last year, due to his infamy and the repetitory nature of his content. So Nova has been pulling out all the stops trying to make his next viral video. And for Nova, doing that is just recreating the viral Wingstop video from years ago.
Wingstop got a new flavor. That means I got a new flavor. And as the Wingstop review guy, of course I'm gonna try it out. Since today is Bonus Tuesday, I got myself a 10-piece bonus wing. Bonus wings for only $7. Gotta love a deal. Before we try the fiery lime, let's try my favorite flavor at Wingstop, Hawaiian, if it'll stay on the frickin' fork. Now let's go ahead and let's try the fiery lime, their new flavor. That's gas, that's immediately gas. If you get Wingstop, obviously you gotta dunk it in the ranch. It's much better with the ranch, but the ranch covered up all of the flavor, so I think I'm gonna use less ranch next time.
Nova is desperately trying to be known across social media as some kind of guy, whether that be the Wingstop guy or the food review guy, and he doesn't realize that he already is one. He's that predatory Discord mod guy, and that's not something you can just take off like a 5-day-old Liam Payne memorial t-shirt. So Nova's trying to lean into some of the things he was known for before being exposed, like Wingstop and Dr. Pepper, something that he has discussed at length lately.
Alright, no clapping in the intro. This means I'm gonna be 100 with y'all. Some of you may think that Dr. Pepper is my favorite soda, so I'm going to be ranking my top 5 favorite sodas in this video. Coming in at number 5, we've got Barq's Root Beer. Coming in at number 4 is any type of orange soda. Coming in at number 3, we have Sprite Chill. At number 2, we've got Dr. Pepper. Need I say more? A blend of 23 iconic flavors. It's easily the best soda out there.
Personally, I think Mug is a far superior root beer. I mean, look at that, it's just badass. But I'm not here trying to be known as the Mug root beer guy. I'm trying to make a point that Nova is desperately trying to latch on to anything he can that doesn't remind people of his horrible predatory actions. Nova's main source of content for the past couple of years has been food reviews, and to call them low quality would be an understatement. Usually when you're doing a food review, you want it fresh, and in an entertaining environment. But instead, Nova has decided to review food from the comfort of his couch, getting it DoorDashed. I can't tell you how many times I've seen Gabe crack open a box of DoorDash and there's tons of condensation on the lid, like half a cup of water just chilling up there. He's not even ordering things that DoorDash well, like Denny's and ramen. But if it couldn't get any worse, Nova also makes a habit of getting food from establishments that are not necessarily restaurants. One that comes to mind is his Bowling Alley Eats series, where he would DoorDash food from the bowling alley and review it. Well, these days Nova is completely bankrupt of new ideas, so he's tried to replicate the success of Bowling Alley Eats, this time by DoorDashing food from a golf course.
Let's try some golf course food and see if it's any good. First up, we got a burger with grilled onions, jalapenos, lettuce, tomato, and mayo. Let's start off with the fries. Average. Now time for the burger. This thing is like super big. The burger meat like falls apart right off the patty. It is so tender and flavorful. And the jalapenos do a great job of cutting through the massive amounts of grease in the burger. Then next up we got the small garden salad with balsamic and no tomatoes. Alright, make sure to get a little bit of everything. Some of the spring mix, the croutons, the parmesan, everything. Now, I normally prefer iceberg and romaine over spring mix, but this is an exception. The balsamic is so strong, it covers up some of the taste of the spring mix. So all I can taste of the lettuce is some of the romaine that's in it, and the spinach. And finally, we're going to try the salmon. Needs malt vinegar. All in all, the food was delicious. I just wish the salmon had a little bit more flavor, and that the spring mix was swapped with romaine in the salad.
I don't see any reality in which the food could have been delicious. It was soggy golf course food. You could see the thing I was talking about with the condensation and the plastic lids, like you just got your food from the Amazon rainforest. So there's no way this could be a proper representation of what that golf course has to offer. I'm sure after a round of golf and a couple of beers, they taste amazing. But the main reason I showed you this is to show just how little effort Gabe puts into his content. An unedited video of him eating his soggy lunch. But this is shockingly not even the lowest effort content that Gabe has produced lately. That has to go to his water reviews.
Got it. Yeah, maybe I didn't. It just fell off when I grabbed it out of my mini fridge. Okay, we're going to test the difference between cheap water and expensive water. The cheap water is Niagara water repackaged as 7 Select, and the expensive is Waiakea water. Let's first start off with the cheap water. It's water. It's good. And now time for the Waiakea water. They taste identical, except I think the Waiakea one is more alkaline.
I want to remind everybody that Nova has spent hundreds of dollars on water, from Circle products to carbonators, so it's extremely ironic to hear him praise the cheap stuff. I also think it's an attempt to make him the water guy, just one of the bros reviewing water, totally not a Discord predator, except he is, and this has caused a lot of contempt for him online. This contempt is definitely a two-way street. Nova absolutely despises anyone that calls him out on his past, and that's a lot of people if you've seen his TikTok comments. And in these comments, you see a lot of discussion about the end of February, because almost a year ago now, Nova made a video asking people to tag him in a year to see how much weight he had lost. Well, it was the end of 2025 and Nova's time was running out. But one day he posted a TikTok where he seemed pretty confident, telling his audience that big changes would be coming by the end of February.
I'm gonna come on here and say something very hot take at 2 a.m. in the morning. Y'all are gonna be very surprised come February 28th. Trust me. Y'all are gonna be shocked. And I'm shocked too.
Nobody took this video seriously, of course, especially since Nova's food content continued on like usual, and there was absolutely no sign of gym content. But then, against all odds, Nova started to lose the weight, or at least that's what he was trying to convince his audience of.
Hey y'all, I want to give a little context on my last video when I said you were all going to be real surprised come February 28th. So earlier this year, I posted a video in the gym saying that I'm going to record a video 1 year from now documenting my weight loss. At the time, I was around 280 pounds. And I'm going to be grabbing my scale shortly, and I'm going to be showing you what I weigh right now as kind of sort of a right down the middle thing, even though I'm a few months late. Let me just grab out my scale. I'm also wearing the lightest clothes possible so that they don't obstruct my actual weight. There it goes. Oh, that's a little bit lower than when I last weighed myself. So see guys, I'm actually losing a little bit of weight. I don't know how I'm doing it, but I've lost a lot of weight within the last few months.
There was a lot of speculation about what was going on in that video. The most popular theory was that Nova wasn't putting his full weight on the scale, but there were also others floating around, ones that gained more credit as Nova began to rapidly lose weight, all the while having a nearly unchanged diet.
Excuse my hair, I just got out of the shower, but Dairy Queen came out with a new sweet chili sauce and tossed chicken strip basket, and today I'm gonna give it a try. Dairy Queen fries are normally a hit or miss for me. These are a hit. Absolutely crunchy, perfectly salted, and yeah, I wish they were like that every time. Now time for the sweet chili chicken strips. The perfect amount of spice in that sweet chili. It's not too spicy, it's not too sweet, it's just perfect.
Some users of the internet assumed this had something to do with diabetes, especially with the increasing frequency of sores on Nova's arms. Others theorized that he was on Ozempic or some other kind of semaglutide, because as I said before, his diet had changed in nearly no way.
I find the strangest products at my local 7-Eleven. Today, we've got Dr. Pepper beef jerky. But first, let's remind ourselves what the Dr. Pepper tastes like.
Nova's lack of explanation for his sudden weight loss, as well as lack of any diet or exercise content, has led to so much speculation on the subject. I'd personally love to hear your theories down below in the comments section. What do you think is going on? Because in the span of a couple months, as you'll see through the clips I play in chronological order, Nova rapidly loses weight while developing more sores on his arms. Something is definitely going on, but it wasn't quite as heavy a topic of discussion at the time. Many assumed that Nova was just lying about his weight loss. And there was also a much bigger topic of discussion, the beginning of a new mini-arc, and I call it Nova knowing absolutely nothing about fair use, the saga. Around the end of 2025, Nova began to throw a watermark on his TikToks. This is most likely a response to the channel Chin Universe, also known as Busin Faker. They have been studiously archiving Nova, and all within the bounds of fair use, but for some reason, Nova thought that this watermark was gonna stop it.
Is the micro meal from Del Taco worth it? Let's find out. So this is $2.99 for a burrito, a handful of french fries, and a donut bite, which is all I can smell in here. It smells like cinnamon sugar, like this whole thing. Let's first start off with the crinkle cut fries. Needs more salt. Now time for the burrito. Let me just say, this is pretty big for $2.99. They give you a decent amount of meat, but not enough cheese for the $2.99. So, and finally, the donut bite. Easily the best part of the meal. There's not too much cinnamon sugar. It's nice and soft on the inside. And honestly, it's one of the better desserts I've had from a fast food restaurant.
I'd like to start by saying there is nothing micro about that meal. It's not a bad deal for, $2.50? But eating stuff like this on camera isn't how you lose almost 50 pounds in a month and a half. That's why the title of the video is Nova Online is hiding something. But what he's not hiding is his utter disdain for people who clip his content. The only thing getting worse than Nova's watermarks were the small bruises that were appearing on Nova's forearms. Bruises that would eventually turn into open sores, all the while continuing to rapidly lose weight while still posting food reviews of horribly unhealthy items.
Trying Papa John's brand new Papa Dipper pizza. We're not going to try the garlic sauce. We all know what it tastes like. So let's start off with the garlic hot honey. Never mind, the first ingredient of that is corn syrup. So we're going to try it with this hot honey. Oh yeah, the first one is so much better. Like, the first one is made with real honey, a touch of Carolina Reaper. It's only got 3 ingredients. However, this hot honey has 69 million different ingredients. It's not very 6-7 of them. Next, the creamy garlic pesto. This one ain't bad at all. It's like the perfect amount of garlic. And it is definitely amazing. So much better than that hot honey. And finally, let's try the roasted garlic parmesan. Can someone explain why each of these sauces have some sort of garlic component? It's alright. So now to explain each one. The garlic hot honey is very diluted. It's horrible. That one's last place for me. The roasted garlic parmesan has a nice forward garlic flavor, but I can't taste much of the parmesan. It's like your average garlic parm sauce. That's in the middle. However, the creamy garlic pesto, the perfect amount of garlic, but however, it doesn't have that like pesto texture that you're looking for.
There's also something pretty interesting that's going on around this time. While Nova is off reviewing pizza and making bracelets, yet another one of his former classmates is exposing his creepy behavior in school. History does repeat itself in the Novine universe. We've already seen one of his former classmates come forward, saying that he took choir really seriously. And then we had a former coworker from Walmart also spill some stories, but this most recent expose takes the cake, because some of these accusations by his new former classmate are pretty wild.
I went to online school with Nova from my sophomore to my senior year, and this online school is not like Zoom where you can see each other in these classrooms. It's literally just the teacher that you can see and the names of all the students attending. So I knew Nova as his name for all 3 years. I didn't know what he looked like. I didn't know anything about him. I didn't even know he lived in my town until graduation. So that's all I really knew. And then my junior year, there was this online virtual prom that people were going to, and he had messaged me in class asking me to go with him to this prom, and where I said no because I wasn't going, because I was going to actual prom. Later on at my graduation, I got there, I sit down, and this kid next to me turns to me and goes, "Oh my gosh, you're Jade Lynn?" And I said, "Yes. Hi." And it was Nova, and he's like, "Oh my gosh, it's me, Gabe." And I was like, "Oh wow, nice to meet you." And I was a little shocked because I just wasn't expecting him to be him, if you know what I mean. So I just kind of said hi and then went on with my day. And he was sitting there for the entirety of the graduation talking about his TikTok and that he needed to get content for his TikTok, that he was TikTok famous. And I was kind of just like oh cool, like yeah right, like everybody says they're TikTok famous. And because I did not know. Then the video takes place, and then I never think really about him again until I run into him at Walmart a couple months later, and he messages me on Facebook. I don't remember the context of these messages or why things were being said that the way they were, but I think what happened is that he messaged me trying to talk to me again, and I told him I had a boyfriend, and then it kind of just turned sour after that because I only have one screenshot and it's in the middle of the messages, so I don't remember what happened, but we were both angry. So I'll show that.
She didn't leave these up on screen for very long, so I'm just gonna narrate them. The blue texts are hers while the gray are Gabriel's. She says, "At least my boyfriend knows how to wipe his ass." He replies with, "Fuck off. I never wanted to date you anyways. I'm bi-gender now and happy I'm a boy and girl. Now I don't want to date you." She replies, "Two whole genders and neither can wipe their ass. Goes all ways but can't get none. Imagine." He replies with, "You were my first love. I would have treated you better than him." And she says, "LOL, the feeling's not mutual. Don't piss your diaper dreaming about me." And after that, Nova makes a Facebook post calling her his girlfriend.
And then that second clip is him posting my profile picture on his feed, claiming that I was his girlfriend to try to get back at me or something. I don't really remember or know what the goal was. I have heard family members that have worked with him that he worked at our local Walmart and got fired for harassing underage women, like customers, while he was working, which I don't know the validity of that. This is all alleged. Does it surprise me? No.
So it seems like Nova asked this poor girl to their virtual prom, along with having a slight obsession with her during their school time together, all of which was virtual, so it's pretty strange for him to call her his first love. But all of this tracks for Gabe. I have no doubt that the stories she's telling are true. Just another clear example of Gabe's disregard for boundaries, both societal and personal. But where he draws the line is theft of his content, because the mini saga of Gabe not understanding fair use is still ongoing, and as time went on, his watermarks only became more outlandish.
Okay, to all my British 18 plus fans, I'm going to be trying some of your snacks for a future video. Give me some crisp suggestions, some sweet suggestions, hell, maybe even some drink suggestions. Let's get on with the video. First off, brand name, Fanta. Tastes like Red 40. Now time for the Big K Kroger dupe. You could definitely taste the brain rot with that one too. Carbonation-wise, Kroger has a bit more carbonation, but flavor-wise, they taste the same to me.
Nova began absolutely painting his TikToks in watermarks, thinking that it would do anything besides just make his content even more low quality. And it did have a severe impact on his already diminished views, but he was about to kick it up even another notch, because just visual watermarks were not enough. There were now audio ones too.
But one of my fans gifted me a whole ass soda stream, and today, I'm going to be trying out one of the flavors and putting this bad boy to the test. And I think I'm going to go with the Pepsi Wild Cherry Zero Sugar.
Exclusive property.
So let's go ahead and pour about half of this water bottle into the soda stream. Diboja. Okay. That's really good. But let's carbonate it some more. Alright, carbonate it some more. Let's try it out now. That's more like it.
The egregiousness of his thumbnails led to some of the lowest viewed Nova videos in quite some time, accelerating the speed of his steady decline. But that's not the only thing that was getting quicker. So was Nova's weight loss. It had been almost a month since he made the video proclaiming February would bring big changes, and people were already beginning to see a noticeable difference in his weight. But that wasn't the only thing they were noticing. They also had seen that Nova had made nearly no changes to his diet or lifestyle, and continued to point out the worsening state of the bruises on his arm, which had now opened into full-blown wounds.
Trying Hawaiian snacks that my friend got me. Part 1. But we're not trying Jade in today's video, that's for next video. Today, we're going to be trying all 3 flavors of Hawaiian Host.
Exclusive property of
Kiwitapes on YouTube.
These are chocolate-covered macadamia nuts in 3 different flavors, and we're going to try all 3 of them. Let's start out with the milk chocolate macadamia nut. Chocolate is way better on this than Hershey's, and the macadamia nut just takes it to a whole nother level. Now let's try the milk chocolate caramel macadamia nut. Needs a little more caramel, but other than that, it tastes like a Snickers. Let's cleanse my palate real quick with some water. Ooh, I'm so thirsty.
It wasn't just Nova's arms that were looking in a worse state. So was his wall of mysterious brown and red smudges. I don't think it needs any more explanation than that.
Well, guys, I have another reason to hate the fucking 6'7" meme. I just now realized the amount of days that I lost between my grandmother and my dad, both on their own, both on my dad's side. I can never look at 6'7" the 6 way again. Fuck you, 6'7".
People should always keep in mind that these are the portions of the house Nova is even comfortable with showing. The squalid conditions in which he and his mother live cannot be understated. This is easily a level 4 hoard, meaning there are still some accessible pathways with exposed floor. Inevitably, you will not be able to see the floor anymore, and that's when it's a level 5, at least based on the ranking systems I briefly looked at. People have also long since known that there are some kinds of bugs living in Nova's house. There's been numerous videos of him where they're crawling in and out of his shirt, and that's one of the theories behind why he has so many sores on his arms. Nova believes that by making the shower videos he is proving his hygiene and cleanliness, when even the bathroom shows signs of rot and filth.
Well guys, this is going to be my last shower video for the foreseeable future. Even though these videos didn't do so well, I got heavily criticized for them, so...
Exclusive property
This
of the
shower
Nova
head is
Universe
a
on
rainbow
TikTok.
handheld shower attachment combo, and you can easily switch between the two, and it just pretty much got me in my freaking face. And not to mention, this thing was damn dirt cheap too, and I had to do no dirty deeds for it. Bonus points if you know the band reference. Alright, now I'm gonna use the rain ball to get off all the soap off my hair. Now I was going to use the hand up here in the hard to reach part, but the rain ball did too good a job. All done, and my eyes are stinging. That shower head is the best shower I have had since taking a shower at Flying J.
One of the things that Nova has been heavily criticized for with the shower videos is the non-inclusion of his 18+ title. We've had 6 or 7 shower videos now, and only 1 or 2 have gotten the label from Nova. It's usually not something I zero in on, but it's pretty strange in this occurrence. Definitely feels purposeful. Nova would also be lying about this being his last shower video for the foreseeable future. He would continue making them, even after the bugs began to appear in his bathroom. A popular theory amongst Nova detractors was that he simply didn't want to shower for another long period of time. Nova's admitted in numerous videos that he's done so before, so many people speculate that Nova films about every shower he takes, and these theories are substantiated by Gabe's rapidly declining hygiene in the weeks since his last shower video.
Merry Christmas to all of those who celebrate. Happy Hanukkah if you celebrate that. Happy whatever else you may celebrate. We're going to be reviewing Peace Tea
Exclusive property of the
versus
Nova Universe on TikTok.
Arizona's lemon flavor instead. Let's go ahead and crack open the Budget King Arizona first. I was going to do Peace, but Arizona sounds like it's better sense. And now time for Peace Tea. Oh! Let me do a Stone Cold Steve Austin. Oh wait, my right arm's kind of still messed up, so let's do this. Yeah.
The title of the video is not clickbait. Nova is definitely hiding something, and it's not just a secret Discord account. Over the course of 6 weeks, Nova lost a significant amount of weight, all the while gathering more and more of these unhealable sores.
I got myself some Five Guys. Let's try it out. For the first item, I decided to go all the way with their little bacon cheeseburger, and I added jalapenos, and I also got grilled mushrooms added to it. And I think Five Guys improved their bun. Like, I got this delivered from Coeur d'Alene. It is not soggy
Exclusive
at
property
all.
of Kiwitapes on
Let's try it out.
YouTube.
The meat is nice and flavorful, and the jalapenos do a great job cutting through the grease. Although when I do get one, it's a little overpowering over everything else. Now, I didn't get their fries delivered because I don't like soggy fries, so I got a bacon cheese dog instead. This is not all the way, but I got ketchup, mustard, relish, and I believe green peppers and grilled mushrooms on it. Something about Five Guys bacon, it just ascends. Five Guys normal hot dog isn't like a Costco hot dog, but this bacon cheese dog, their bacon cheese dogs are miles above Costco hot dogs. Okay, my phone's about to die because it's at 3%, but hey, definitely try out a Five Guys bacon cheese dog. It's the best thing on their menu, and definitely worth giving out a try.
Despite what the previous clip might have you believe, Nova was still watermarking his videos. He claimed that people were stealing his content, but this just led to discussion over Nova's own video ideas, and the ones that he had by his own standards stolen from other creators, like his Should I Open It or Should I Keep It Sealed Pokemon card series, by Nova's definition stolen from another creator who came up with the concept. And this was something that Nova was called out for, the hypocrisy of it all. So to address this, Nova just renamed it to Rip It or Clip It.
I got a few packs of Pokemon cards in my stocking. So let's play the new series name, Rip It and Clip It. That's right, I'm done piggybacking off of other content creators' names, so the new series name is called
property
Rip
of the
It
Nova
or
and Universe
and
on
Clip It.
TikTok.
So far, my Christmas has been pretty meh.
Nova has taken a lot of his content ideas from fellow creators on TikTok. Some of his original ideas are shower reviews and the videos of the house cleaning saga, but that has long since been abandoned, as you can see in some of Nova's more recent TikToks and live streams.
Fuck! Not used to playing on hard. It's Guitar Hero 3. The best Guitar Hero. I also used the cheat code to unlock all songs, so... Fuck me sideways. I got her a t-shirt and a gift card. It's actually 5:25 a.m. right now. I needed to wake up. I haven't opened up any Christmas gifts yet. Quite frankly, I don't really care what I get. Fuck! And since y'all are being pricks, bye-bye.
Nova would also begin to sound more raspy in his videos. For like a week, he barely had any voice, so he had to post videos from what he calls the Novine Vault, a backlog of content that he creates. But this didn't mean he still wasn't going to slap his audio watermark on the clip, despite having what he claims is bronchitis.
Hey everyone, I just want to let you know that the next few videos I'll be uploading our drafts. I currently have the flu. I'm sicker than a dog right now. And I've just been laying in bed all day trying to recover from the sickness. So, expect a lot of drafts. I'm probably not going to film anything while I have this fucking voice, so.
Speed review of the new McDonald's Grinch meal because I have a therapy appointment in like 2 minutes.
Exclusive property of the Novine Universe on TikTok.
Okay, those are really good.
I don't want to gloss over the fact that there were blood stains all over Nova's bed in that first clip. I don't know what exactly is going on, but between his bed and the wall there are stains everywhere. That, along with the open sores and the flu-like symptoms, has led to massive speculation. Even when Nova claimed that his condition was improving and he would be filming new content, he was still pretty sick during his videos.
I just got a package from BMI Merchandise, the same company that supplies the arcade prizes for Dave & Buster's. Let's see what they sent me. Alright, let's cut into this.
Exclusive property of the Novine Universe on TikTok.
Ooh, I see a lot of stuff in here. First off, it looks like we got a ton of these Sonic mystery figures. And they're die-cast metal too, which is nice. So, I'll be opening these for a future video. Then next up, we got the Sonic Mystery Disc Launchers, which I'll also be opening for a video. I also ended up getting a comic with, it just says I Supreme. I have no idea who that is. Then next up, we got a Farkle game. alongside a pair of Care Bear wireless earbuds. And finally, we got this 410 assortment of Alexa family room lights to 50%.
Okay.
Video on the board games and mystery bags coming soon. Novine Universe, signing off.
There's a lot of new stuff going on when it comes to Gabriel Gage. The watermarks, the weight loss, the mystery sores, and the mystery illness. But there's something about Gabe's life that hasn't changed in a very long time, if ever. And that's the situation of his house. The hoard inside is getting bigger every day, mainly because they can't quit buying things and they have nowhere to put it. So the state of the house has forced Gabe to only film in select locations, but even those are getting out of hand. So one day he came up with a solution.
These Sonic disc launchers, there's 12 to collect, and I got 6. So let's open them up. Bag 1. Oh shit. Looks like we got 2 easy. It looks like we also got
Exclusive property of the Nova Universe.
gotta go fast and step it up. Bag 2. It's covered by the green screen. Alright. Looks like we got The World Is Mine, Eggman, and Let's Roll. Bag 3. Bollocks. Looks like we got The World Is Mine and Let's Roll again. Let's go. We got some new ones. We got this Sonic one and this one that says Always Running. We got The World Is Mine and Let's Roll again. Left bag look, left bag look, left bag look, left bag look. Bag 6. We got the lime green Sonic one again. And we got Always Running again. So we got 6 out of 12. And will I get more? Probably.
As you could see in the video, the background would break up occasionally, revealing all of the stuff behind Gabe. Most of you know the house cleaning saga has long since been abandoned, with Gabe claiming that he would do it off camera at his own pace. But while it might not be house cleaning, he has been doing something behind the scenes. He's been visiting the doctor a lot, along with undergoing rapid physical changes. All of this while having nearly no changes in his lifestyle, still eating and drinking whatever he wants, and still rapidly losing the weight. There are many theories about what's going on, but one thing is for certain: Nova Online is hiding something.